been a couple of days. I've been bouncing back and forth on some things. I don't even remember what day this is that I'm doing this for. You know, I usually try and stay away from subjects like this, but I'm going to throw it on up there. All you people that are paying so close attention to this political shenanigans, there's a reason why they want to defund the police. There's a reason why they want crime to skyrocket. There's a reason why they want to teach things like critical race theory and stuff like that. You people need to look past the politics. I mean, they're trying to create sheeple. People are just like sheep if you pay attention, if you watch them. You get one idea going in certain people's heads, well, other people are going to follow that. You can call it gang mentality, you can call it sheeple, you can call it whatever you want. But people are they're gonna follow other people. There's not enough leaders in this world. There's too many followers. Too many people who think they are leaders. If you look past all of these politics and you go back and you think, you know, Biden has close ties with China. China's communist. You've got the squad. Most of them are terrorists, or which, yeah, I'm calling that Ilhan Omar, whatever her name is. She hates America. She's a terrorist. You have communists like AOC, Bernie Sanders. They can call themselves progressives or whatever they'd like to call themselves. But you have people like this. If these people are able to rewrite the Constitution to a point where they're taking your guns and they're taking your free speech, and they're trying to do this, people. They are constantly trying to do this. You'll have no way to protect yourself. I mean, at least if they did take the guns, then at least then you would be able to have free speech. You'd be able to assemble. You'd be able to get people back here. But with what they call the cancel culture, trying to do away with your free speech, and that places like things like Facebook, if they don't agree with what you say, or Twitter, or numerous other platforms, they silence you. So they're taking away your free speech. That's why I completely support, if they can ever get it passed, doing away with Article 230. These people need to be put in check. Zuckerberg and all of them, they're power-hungry little shits. You know, like you'll constantly hear absolute power corrupts. And these people have been given absolute power over your free speech. Now don't go into it first. If they disarm us and they take away your guns, they take away your right of assembly, your right of free speech, the next thing that's going to happen, I can guarantee it, is you'll have UN soldiers at every corner. Then you're going to have to put up with them walking around carrying their AR rifles, telling you what to do in your country. And it might be a German telling you what to do. It might be a Japanese guy telling you what to do. Whatever region that UN soldier came from. They'll be telling you what to do. Because what these people don't care about us. We are mindless drones to those people in Washington. To those people on the UN Council. They don't care about us. You got to think somebody going in there, $300,000, $400,000 salary a year, and within the first couple of years they're billionaires. It's because of kickbacks from corporations. That's what they care about. They care about keeping their control over us mindless drones. So you people, y'all have to start looking past the politics. It's not about race. I care less if you're green. As long as you do me right, I'm going to do you right. You know, this whole black and white critical race theory crap. If you have a nation divided, that nation is easier to control than if they're united and know what you're doing. We should all drink a whole bunch of water. Don't get me wrong with that. But what comes out of your tap water, they put chemicals in that tap water. Not only, don't get me wrong on this, they purify it. They do all of this, and they add chemicals. Fluoride has no use in purifying water. The amount of fluoride a person takes in every day just from brushing your teeth, just from drinking out of the sink, stuff like that, it numbs your senses. It dumbs down a population. That's the whole point of the fluoride. These people do not want the population actually knowing the truth, actually knowing what's going on. So don't just take up arms, all this critical race, this 1692 junk, I'll say it, you know, I'm a Trump supporter, but don't blindly follow somebody like Trump without looking into what they're actually for. Biden, everybody knew it beforehand. Biden is a puppet. I'm going ahead and saying that. Biden is a puppet, and he's going to do whatever the leftists, the most radical ones there in Washington, want him to do. We will end up in a recession more than likely, and he will try and take guns. But all I ask is that y'all wake up. Y'all look past the politics. Don't be a Republican. Don't be a Democrat. Be an American. Be a human. It's pretty sad the state that the country's getting into, because what they constantly hear from these people, there's no other country you can do some of the things we do here. I mean, you can walk up and tell one of those politicians they're a dirty piece of shit. You try that in China. You try that in Venezuela. You try that. Hell, walk up to Putin and tell him you're a fugly son of a whore, and you see what happens to you if you're Russian. You know, this ain't meant for any one nation. This is meant for everybody. Look past the politics. Their main goal, eventually, with the UN and all of these other little things they're doing, is one world government. Which, and hear me out on this, because this is where it's going to get tricky for y'all to actually understand. One world government isn't exactly bad. It falls back to the absolute power, absolute corruption. So that's what would turn it bad. It's definitely something to look into. But I ask y'all, look past the politics. Look past what everybody's hollering and see what the direction that everything's headed. My phone's kind of shaky being out here on the road. But don't take everything for face value. Not everything out there, Biden this, Trump that. Not everything's what it should be. News medias, none of them been right for a very, very long time. So, with the news, take every bit. I'm a big fan of Fox News. I listen to them every day. But take them at a grain of salt and do your own digging. Don't just go with the flow about shit. People, look past the politics. Those of us that was born, say anybody that was born before 1989, 1979, anybody that was born before 1979, there wasn't none of this indoctrination. You didn't have anybody pushing LGBTQ and all of that kind of junk. I ain't saying nothing bad about anybody that's lesbian, gay, or whatever. Don't take it that away. But it wasn't pushed towards children in school. You didn't have parents trying to change the gender of their kids while they was just 5 years old. You gotta look at where this world's headed to. Look past the politics. It's getting bad out there, guys. Like I said on my this is just a video for Twitter. Like I say on my YouTube, which I need to upload. I'm probably gonna upload this to both YouTube and Twitter. Like I say at the end of those videos, don't be a dumbass.